Don't mind your business, mind my podcast, Mind Elixir. Hello, I'm Ayoka, and welcome to or back to my podcast. In this episode, I'm going to be talking all about confidence. And I know that this is like a super popular topic. I've seen a lot of podcasters and YouTubers talk about it. But strangely, I haven't done an episode on it. So I was like, why not? And I know I did do one on body confidence, but I don't think that counts because in this episode I wanted to talk about confidence overall as well as not letting other people define like your confidence or not sourcing your confidence from other people. But anyway, the reason I haven't done an episode just about confidence in general because at first I was having kind of doubts about whether or not I was actually confident enough to talk about confidence. But we're all somewhere on the path to gaining confidence, and you don't need to absolutely radiate confidence 100% of the time to be a confident person. I think that what matters is that like you're putting in the effort or that you're taking the steps to try and be more confident because that shows that you care, and I think that's just so important. But first, before we get into the episode, let's chat about my week so far. So on Tuesday, I had a pre-cal test, and as you may or may not know, I like math is a struggle for me. Like my brain just something about it, my brain just doesn't comprehend. And I was feeling like super anxious the day before about the math test, and I just wanted to like cry and just lay down in bed. But instead, I just did the opposite. I took a hot shower, I got my hot water bottle, got some tea, turned on my little ambient lighting, and I was like, okay, you're fine. And then I went to and I also studied before that and studied the next morning, and I actually felt good about it. And surprisingly, I did well on the math test, at least well in my standards. And I was like, okay, wait, you actually can do that. So that was kind of like a confidence booster, a booster for my day. I felt better about myself because I have not had the best track record with math in general. And also last week I made this vision board on Canva with a few other people. I just made this little vision board for 2023 and it actually turned out really cute. I might post it on my story to show you guys if you want. And yeah, also I had a rheumatologist appointment on Thursday. Today's Sunday. I usually record on Sunday, by the way. Sundays or Saturdays. But yeah, I had a rheumatologist appointment on Thursday, and my doctor said that I can get off Humira, which yay, finally. Which and also I had to get like a few blood tests, and that was annoying because I forgot to drink water, and then like I was just there for like 20 minutes while the lady tried to find a place to prick the needle. And yeah, and my mom was annoyed because we had to wait for so long. But next week, I have to do this dual credit test because I'm planning to take dual credit classes at school for at some college or something next year. So I have to do this dual credit test, and it's like 5 hours. Well, they said it takes 1 to 5 hours. So I'm kind of nervous for that. And the fact that it's after school, I'm going to be taking this test after school. And it's like, okay, I've already gone through 8 hours of school. And then I'm going to be doing this test that can take 1 to 5 hours. Oh no, like I don't want to be like exhausted from school and then go do that. But I think I'm going to do well because I did like some practice problems over it. And it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. Also, happy Lunar New Year to anyone that celebrates it since today is Sunday, but this is going to be released on Friday. Also, yeah, um on this episode, I assume you probably would have seen that I got new cover art. Woohoo. If I haven't uploaded the new cover art, then that's just going to be embarrassing for me. But basically, I just had this like random burst of inspiration in the middle of class, and I went on Canva and started making the cover art. And I was like, ooh, wait, I really like this. And I made like 7 different versions out, and I was showing it to my family and also some people in my class, and I was like, which one do you like? Do you like this one or that one better? And I was like trying out different fonts or just slightly different color schemes, and I was just like, okay, let me just pick this. And if you don't know, I've literally been wanting to change my cover art since forever because I really didn't like this current cover art. Like it kind of had the vibe that I was going. I mean, my previous cover art, well, it's current right now, but it's going to be previous whenever this episode releases. But I really don't like that cover art because, like, I like the vibe of it, but also in my mind, it's like a bit too messy. And I like this new one a lot better. And yeah, also, I keep saying also, I need to find like a better transition word. Anyway, I did a collab with Destiny and Dara, and it will be linked in the description of this episode. You definitely need to go check it out. We basically had a super great conversation. The episode is titled "This is not the Oppression Olympics. This is not Oppression Olympics." And yeah, I think it was like we talked for an hour just about like privilege and how people try to compare or compete with about oppression and a whole bunch of other topics too. I really like talking to them. And yeah, hopefully I can do a collab with them on my own podcast as well soon too. I feel like I haven't done a collab in a while, but I do have some ideas for who I want to collaborate with. So, yeah. Anyway, let's actually get on to the topic of this episode, like what you came here for. And yeah, so I personally understand how much easier it can be to just, be negative than to be positive. I feel like it takes this sort of mental strength to actually continue to stay positive and confident in yourself, especially whenever you're faced with negative circumstances or barriers or even things that just feel like are trying to break you down in life. It can be something so simple as like, oh my gosh, I did something, this bad thing happened today, or my hair doesn't look right today. I don't feel good about my body today. That can kind of send you into a negative downward spiral. But first of all, let's talk about what confidence even is. Like what even is confidence? Because it's like this abstract idea that everyone talks about having, but like how do you even define it? Personally, to me, I believe that confidence is about having trust in yourself and your abilities to succeed and do better in life. And just knowing that you and your contributions to this world are valuable, even if you might not feel that way in the moment. I think it's about like accepting who you are as a whole entire person, even if you feel that you're not perfect or that things might not reach your standards completely. It's about accepting who you are. And everyone has their own unique perspective on what confidence is. I want you to also think about that. But I also want you to keep in mind, where do you get your confidence from? Like, where do you source your confidence from? Is it external, internal? Oh my goodness. Is it external? Is it internal? Do you like feel more confident whenever a certain things happens to you? Like, maybe you feel more confident in large groups of people whenever you're the center of attention. Or maybe like you feel super confident after watching some epic superhero movie at the movie theaters and walking out and like being like, "Oh my gosh." There has to be a psychology behind that actually, because I know I'm not the only one where I'll watch some superhero movie or some epic movie at the theaters, and then afterwards whenever I'm walking out I feel like all inspired and badass, and I'm like, oh my god, oh my goodness, I'm like, I have the vibe of the character like channeling through my mind, if that makes sense. I don't know, but back to the topic. When it comes to your confidence being fueled by external sources, it can get a little bit problematic. Like, yeah, it's great to have people around you hyping you up, but if that's the only time you feel confident, then who are you without that? Like, if you just attach your self worth to compliments from other people and how they perceive you, then your self confidence will become tied to those things. And whenever you don't have people constantly complimenting you, validating you, or telling you this to try and make you feel confident, then you're going to feel down and lost without it. So try to think about if that's what if your confidence is reliant or dependent on things from other people, external validation. And I see a lot of people like, oh my God, oh my goodness, I wish I had a boyfriend. I wish I had a girlfriend, all of this. And saying that, oh my gosh, so that I wish they could tell me that I'm so wonderful and beautiful all the time and give me this and give me that all the time. But the thing is that you don't need someone else to love you to be worthy of self-love. You know? And I think it can be hard within society because, like, so many things are telling us to be insecure and so many forces are trying to break down our confidence. We have like internalized misogyny, internalized racism, all these internalized isms and systems that are like working against us, and women are taught to seek male validation. And honestly, we're all taught to seek, like, so many people have learned to seek validation on social media for certain aspects of their lives that they shouldn't be seeking it from, if that makes sense. Yeah. And I mean, there's literally whole industries that thrive off of it. Like, hello, the cosmetic surgery industry. I literally did a whole episode on that. You know how I feel about it. Hello, shameless self plug. Go listen to that if you haven't. I'll link it in the description. But yeah, I understand that it can be hard to learn to stop seeking external validation or having your confidence reliant on that external validation. But we do have to actually begin to try and stop doing that. So don't let your confidence be conditional. And this actually starts with looking within yourself and logically thinking, okay, yeah, this person or this group of people didn't validate or affirm me in this way, but I still feel great about myself because I am my own person, and I am confident and self-assured in who I am. I know that this aspect of me is great and wonderful, and that I have been created in this way, and this is just how things are meant to be. You know? And also remember, I just want you to remember that seeking external validation isn't always a bad thing. Of course, I think that like not most things aren't like 100% bad or 100% good. There's always like a flip side to many things. Like, heck yeah, getting compliments from other people is going to make me feel like 50% better. And sometimes, I just want to know what someone thinks of something that I did. Like, maybe I did a project or something like that. Like, I was asking people about my cover art. I wanted to have their opinion and thoughts on it. But, it only becomes bad whenever you begin to solely define yourself and base your confidence on how other people view you. That's what I'm trying to say. And another part of being confident is also putting yourself first, not in a selfish way, but simply remembering that, yeah, I literally am the main character in my life. So I'm gonna live my life to the fullest and be the most confident version of me, be the most confident, authentic version of me, fully embody everything that I am, every aspect of my being, and work on being the best version of myself. You know, also a key component of self confidence is self love. Like, if you think about it, self confidence, self love, what do those two words have in common? Oh, wait, you guessed it. Self, you. They both start with self. Yeah, so basically, the common factor in this equation is you. And if you aren't willing to change things in your life in order to become more confident, then things are going to change the same. You have to change your mindset, change your perspective on the things in your life, and also begin to actually take action to try and feel more confident, whether that's to try and stop seeking external validation from others or to start putting yourself first. And a mindset that I've just had recently is that everything I'm doing for myself, I'm doing it out of love for myself because I love myself. Even if it may feel hard in that moment or like I don't 100% like myself, I know that in the end I still love myself because I am me. Like, I still love myself, Like, my love for myself isn't conditional. It has no boundaries and it knows no ends. And an example of this can just be like if I'm getting up early in the morning and working out, I just think to myself that I'm doing this because I love my body and I want to take care of it just the same as it takes care of me. Or if I'm saying affirmations or looking at affirmations on Pinterest or in the mirror or whatever, I think I'm I think to myself, okay, because I love myself, I want to continue doing this and continue trying to improve my relationship with my body and my confidence and all of that, and just continue doing it. It's just really simple stuff like that that can help to rebuild or help you gain more confidence. Basically, just believing that everything you do is driven out of a place of love, that the actions you're taking come from a place of love for yourself. So we all have this inner critic that's like this mean old troll under a bridge trying to suck the life out of you, take the confidence away from you, drag you down into that swamp. And when I say this, I'm referring to those thoughts and ideas that pop into your head and undermine your confidence. So you have to learn to be able to push back against this troll, against these thoughts and ideas, and just be like, so what? So what if I have a massive forehead? I'm still cute regardless. So what if I'm skinny or I'm quote unquote fat in the wrong places? That doesn't make me any less than. I'm still worthy of love. I'm still confident in who I am. So what if they think I'm too loud? I'm confident in myself, and that's what matters. Being able to separate yourself from these negative thoughts and taking on a different perspective is so essential for your confidence, and just not letting the negative thoughts drag you down. And it's also about just, in general, learning to speak to yourself nicer. People always say be kind to yourself, and that is so true. Speak to yourself like you would speak to one of your best friends in a kind way. Unless you're speaking to your friend in a mean way, then I don't know about that. But just be kind to yourself. Remember that you are worthy of love. Because, like I said, confidence starts with who? You. And yeah, also, the next thing that you have to keep in mind when developing self confidence is that who you surround yourself with is important. Everyone knows this, but does everyone practice this? No. If your friends are constantly nitpicking, being mean, or being rude to you, then you need to ditch them. And if you can't ditch them because of whatever circumstances it may be, because of course I know that's like easier said than done, you can always distance yourself from them, or you can communicate how you feel about what they say. Because I know that dropping toxic people or shouldn't isn't always an option, and it shouldn't always be the first resort. And sometimes it's not really applicable to the situation, like if it's someone in your family that's constantly being negative towards you. So you may need to try and express how you feel towards them, about how what they're saying isn't making you feel the best about yourself, how what they're saying is um kind of hurting you or whatever it may be. And it's not just about the words that other people say towards you, it's also about their actions or a lack of action. You know, somebody may say something towards you and then turn around and do something that's the exact opposite. You may see someone on social media posting happy, positive quotes. You're like, oh my goodness, this person is so nice. But then in real life, they're like the biggest bitch ever, you know? Or it may be like one of those what's mean girls? Yeah, mean girls scenes where someone says something, but they have a super backhanded intention or double meaning behind those words. And this kind of goes back to the point I was making about not making sure not to always seek external validation or have your confidence reliant on others, because these two things are kind of intertwined. And if someone makes you feel good about yourself, then you should definitely stick with them. Like, if you find someone and every time you're around them, you feel more positive and you feel that you can be your 100%, or maybe not 100%, but you feel that you can be your authentic self around them, and that you don't have to constantly shrink yourself or hide parts of who you are around them, then that's definitely a friend that's worth keeping. You know, Don't invalidate your own feelings or your boundaries for the sake of someone else. Taking up space and just being authentically you requires confidence. And when you find the people who you can do that, be that way around, then confidence will come more easily and you'll be able to act that way and be that way around others and everyone else as well. You know? Also, I think it's important to develop an identity outside of others. Sometimes I think that um, this can help with your confidence because focusing on who you are as a whole and also just the little things that make you you, whether that'll be the things that you love to do, like your passions, your style, whatever it may be, just be proud of who you are. Because whenever you're self assured and confident in your identity, then confidence in other aspects of your life comes a lot easier. Maybe you want to write like a mission statement or journal about your life, your goals, and all of that, who you are as a person. And something that kind of inspired me to like just write about who I am as a person was whenever I was writing my not my mission statement, but my objective for my resume. I was writing my objective for my resume and I was like, "Wait, yeah, who do I define myself as?" So I was like, "Okay, yeah. Um I want to be this person, so I should work on doing these things for myself and just improving myself." And that didn't really make sense. I was just random. Sorry, I'm just rambling kind of. But look at your life and be grateful for the different parts of you because I think with that, whenever we focus on what we're grateful for about us, we can be more confident in who we are as a person overall. Also, confidence can be about your external appearance as well. It doesn't just have to be internal, both sides of the coin, I guess. So make sure to take care of yourself as well. Like maybe you want to learn to curate or develop your own personal style. I know that I like to have different Pinterest boards with style inspiration, just saving outfits that I like and that I think would look good on me and just make me feel the best and the most comfortable about myself. And also maybe getting your nails done. I love to get my nails done, although I don't do it like super often. So maybe if that's like not an option for you, you could also just paint your own nails. Style your hair. I always feel bomb. I feel like the best whenever I have a cute hairstyle in that I'm so thankful for to my mother for being able and knowing how to do hair well. Or maybe you have a perfume scent that you love that makes you feel so good whenever you wear it, whatever it may be, make sure to take care of yourself. And also, another thing that you can do is listen to music that puts you in a good mood, music that makes you feel like a boss or whatever, music that makes you feel uplifted and great about yourself. Some people may say like high vibrational music. I don't know about all of that. I haven't really researched what that means. But music that puts you in a good mood, have a playlist, like a happy playlist or a favorite music playlist, because I know that music, it can completely change your mood. Oh my gosh. Music can completely change your mood and how you feel in the moment. It's just such a powerful tool and thing to have. So be aware of the music that you listen to. And also, you can try stepping outside of your comfort zone to help you be more confident. Because I think that whenever you take those small steps outside of your comfort zone, you'll learn, okay, wait, I'm doing this thing that I thought would be scary or for whatever reason that I was fearful of. And I'm doing it well. It's turned out successful. And you can become more confident in yourself and your abilities as you're doing that. It's also important to actually carry yourself with confidence. I remember that one of my teachers said that if you hold a superhero pose before an interview, then you'll feel better. And I don't know if that's true, but you can try it if you want to. Also, having a straight posture You know, sometimes like I feel like we just want to slouch and shrink ourselves and just like, like hunch our shoulders or make ourselves smaller, but carry yourself with confidence. Make eye contact with the people that you're talking to. Try not to just, instantly adopt that shy persona all the time. Try to maybe use your hands to talk if that helps you. I know that I use my hands to talk whenever I'm trying to like add emphasis. You can see that on the Spotify video if you're watching. And just smile to others, say hello to others whenever you enter the room. Maybe like just a simple hello, good morning, whatever it may be, because this can also help you with confidence whenever it comes with confidence in regards to socializing with other people, you know? Anyway, that is all for today. I hope everyone has had a great first month of 2023. Let me know in the Spotify question sticker or in the YouTube comment section what makes you feel the most confident. Or you can just let me know like what you thought of this episode. I hope you could take something valuable from this little chat about confidence. I basically talked about, not letting others define you, putting yourself first, having your own identity, taking care of yourself, and all these different things that go into being a more confident person. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to leave a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or you can message me on Instagram at mindelixir.podcast, letting me know what you thought of this episode. Make sure to follow me on all my socials at mindelixir.podcast. I have Pinterest, Goodreads, Instagram, YouTube, all four of them, however many, I don't know. They are all linked in the link tree. And thank you so much for joining me here today, for listening to me. Have a wonderful day or night. Bye.